A new survivor was recently released in survivorio, so it's time to update the best and worst hero tier list. Make sure to like and subscribe for more survivorio. This video is sponsored by Dyeport. Experience gaming like never before with hydro-dipped PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo controllers. Stand out from the crowd with their unique designs that redefine style. Elevate every game to a new level of excitement and make each moment unforgettable. Use code FaceCast for a huge discount at Dyeport.com. Link in the description. Let's start things off with the newest survivor, Yelena, however you want to pronounce her name. She has 3 skills: automatic pistol selected in game, all-purpose firearm that Yelena cooked up with her highly advanced hacker skills. Then she has something called projection haste, movement speed +5 when projection is active. Then we have the 6-star skill, enhanced projection. Critical hits can extend a single hollow projection's duration to up to 6 seconds. This survivor will have a radiation type of pulse around her, and once you evolve her skills, you might see a gray, blue, or yellow microchip above her head. If you take damage while you have the yellow one, you will be able to control some cyber ball looking object that can essentially deal damage, but it's a little janky and weird to use. And I do want to mention, in order to evolve this skill, you need to grab sport shoes. Since Yelena, whatever her name is kind of janky, I'm going to stick her in the D tier. I also want to mention that her team level up skills aren't really special either. Next we have Wesson, and Wesson has 3 skills. The first one is EM Grenade. Hurls high-tech EM grenades at enemies. Then we have Drill Master perk, chance to call for HQ support when throwing a grenade. At 6 stars we have EM Field. Drill Master's Fury also generates an EM Field that blocks enemy attacks, survivor attack plus 20%. Once you pick up the EM Grenade and the high power bullet, you can evolve it into Drill Master's Fury, and this will pretty much cause damage across the entire screen, but it does have a very slow cooldown. In addition, the Drill Master perk might give you an airdrop where you can grab something like ham to heal, or a magnet. In theory, I kind of like him when kill farming, but for now I'm going to stick him in the D tier. He does have decent team skills right here: attack plus 4%, attack plus 5%, and crit rate plus 5%. So I do like his team skills better than I like Yelena's, or Elena's, whatever her name is. Next we have the common survivor, and their skill is pointless. It's a passive skill. You do not have to choose it in battle. Plus 3% to all skill damage. At 3 stars, plus 3% to all skill ranges. And at 6 stars, negative 3% to all skill cooldowns. He has a decent level 40 team survivor skill, crit damage plus 5%, and he's a pretty good free-to-play hero. He can essentially increase your skill damage, increase your range, and decrease your cooldown, and you don't have to choose any unique skills in battle. You are free to choose whatever you want. I usually rank him higher, but for now I'm going to stick the common survivor in the C tier. Next we have Squidward, who has the clarinet skill. Squidward plays his clarinet to attack nearby enemies, can be evolved into the fatal melody. At 3 stars we have D minor, clarinet sonic attack interval, negative 40%, and at 6 stars we have brilliant variation, 2 times explosion damage from enemies defeated by fatal melody. So the downside to having Squidward and SpongeBob is that you need something like underwater sapphire to, upgrade them. And these are hard to get. We have only been able to get them once during one event. He does have a decent level 40 team skill here, crit damage plus 5%. When you choose Squidward, you will have the stats of your weapon, but you're not going to use your weapon. You're going to use a clarinet that causes area damage around him, kind of like a force field. Once you grab HE field, you can evolve it into fatal melody. That will cause a circular pulse around your survivor, and I guess cause even more damage. Since Squidward is hard to get and upgrade, I'm going to stick him in the D tier. Make him easier to get and maybe we'll rank him higher. Next we have King. King has a skill called Survivor Instinct, plus 8% crit rate for each level. And then 6th Sense. Survivor Instinct evolves into 6th Sense, plus 50% crit rate and 25% crit damage. At 6 stars we have Lucky Kill. If a critical hit fails to hit, it will be recalculated. King is the crit queen, which makes her a great choice against single targets like bosses in stages and in Ender's Echo. Pets like Croaky and Rex can increase her crit rate and damage, and equipment like Eternal Gloves can increase her crit damage by 100%. In addition, when you forge Eternal Gloves, you will get the skill called Ruthless. Restores 1% HP when monster is defeated with a critical hit. So King's gonna kill a lot of monsters with critical hits, and you can essentially keep on healing. King is the best survivor in survivorio, so I'm going to stick her in the S tier. Our first S tier hero. Good job, King. Next we have Worm. Worm has a skill called Listening Bug. Unveils enemy weaknesses and increases their damage taken. At 3 stars, we have Cash Trade. Greatly reduces collision damage, slightly increases projectile damage. And at 6 stars, we have Sting Up. Listening Bug can be upgraded to Sting Up. Raise Sting Up meter to force enemies to retreat. All you need to do is grab the Listening Bug and then you can evolve it into Sting Up. And that will make a red circle around your survivor. If enemies step into the circle of the Listening Bug or Sting Up, they will take more damage. And Sting Up might cause them to retreat. It might cause them to turn around. The shield above their head will turn red. It will change different colors. It might also turn purple. The longer a monster stays in the Sting Up circle, the more of a chance they have to turn the other way. If Worm had more crits, he might be able to compete with King. For now, I'm going to stick Worm in the A tier. Next, we have Catnips, and Catnips has a skill called Medidrone, which is a drone that releases a healing zone. At 3 stars, we have Tech Breakthrough. All drones can be freely paired. And at 6 stars, Advanced Medicine. Healing drone effect doubled. What you're going to get with Catnips is a healing drone that will fly above them and heal them. At 3 stars, you can freely pair Type A or Type B drone with the Medidrone to make the Savior or Inquisitor drone, which is essentially a mini Divine Destroyer. Speaking of Divine Destroyer, you can evolve the Destroyer drone with the Medidrone to make the Divine Destroyer. You can also evolve the Inquisitor and the Savior drones with other drones to make the Divine Destroyer. A lot of people like Catnips with the Broad Waist Guard. This is something we have talked a lot about on this channel. We have a lot of videos about this. As you see, the Broad Waist Guard has a skill that says Radiation pulses 1 time when healing, dealing damage proportionate to HP healed. And then down here we have all Radiation pulse damage doubled. With Catnips, you can really cause a lot of damage with the Broad Waist Guard. A lot of people like it, but I think it's kind of restricted, so I'm going to stick Catnips in the B tier. Next, we have Sukii, and I like Sukiyomi's team skills here: attack plus 5% and crit rate plus 5%. In addition, there's another 5-star team skill here, attack plus 4%. Sukii has a skill called Moonshade Slash, a powerful frontal slash. At 3 stars, we have this skill right here. I'm not going to try to pronounce it. When bladed main weapons evolve, Moon Halo Slash can be upgraded again. So if you get Moon Halo Slash and Ronin Oyori, you can make a circular attack around Sukii. And at 3 stars, if you have bladed weapons like the Light Chaser or the Katana, you can make Lunar Frost or Lunar Eclipse. 2 different skills. Frost will slow you down and Lunar Eclipse will make you bleed, causing damage to a target over time. I like to AFK with Sukii. I'm going to stick Sukii in the B tier. Last on the list, we have SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob has decent team skills here at 5 stars, attack plus 4%, and at level 40, crit damage plus 5%. Sponge Robert has a skill called Spatula. It's kind of like Squidward. If you select a weapon, you're going to have a spatula regardless. SpongeBob uses his spatula to attack the nearest enemy, can be evolved into the Hydrodynamic Spatula. So you're pretty much going to swat the enemy with a spatula. But if you grab the energy cube, you can evolve it into the Hydrodynamic Spatula, which is pretty much like a stick with a rotating spatula at the end of it, I guess. And you can swing it around in circles to hit enemies all around you, or run in one direction in a vertical chapter. The 3-star skill is Master Chef, spatula attack range plus 40%. And at 6 stars, we have High Speed Motor, Hydrodynamic Spatulas, attack intervals negative 20% and damage plus 20%. Just like with Squidward, you need something like Underwater Ruby to upgrade this survivor. So I'm going to stick SpongeBob in the D tier. They're hard to get, and there's only been 1 event giving these things away. So that's it, guys. That's the final Survivor.io tier list. If you would rank anything differently, let's hear it in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Smash like and subscribe. I'll see you later.